Mouthfeel of bread, hidden in cells. Whether bread tastes good doesn't just come down to the ingredients, or how it's made. The beauty of the holes and air pockets inside plays a big role in how it feels when you eat it. In large-scale baking production, strict control over ingredients and processes helps ensure consistent product quality, and that definitely includes stable texture and mouthfeel. Quality is monitored through both sensory tasting and objective measurements using instruments. But in real-world testing, these methods often struggle to actually match up with how the bread really tastes. Delicious is a subjective and complex mix of sensations, including things like softness, resilience, springiness, breakability, fineness, and how rough or smooth it feels in your mouth. Out of all those, springiness is one of the hardest to observe. Usually, springiness is defined as how well something bounces back after being pressed or deformed. For baked goods, this is often tested using a texture analyzer that compresses the sample slightly to measure its rebound. But real chewing is more like large-scale structural breakdown, teeth pressing, tearing, and shearing across different angles and surfaces. It's a kind of destruction that goes beyond what small compression tests can capture. Testing with just 2 centimeters or less of deformation doesn't really reflect what happens during chewing. Bread doesn't behave like noodles, where pulling until they break gives you useful info about springiness and chewiness, traits that clearly relate to how they feel in your mouth. And it's not like rice either, where larger-scale compression, shearing, and pressing mimic chewing to give insights into hardness, stickiness, and balance, things you can only measure after the structure's been destroyed. Bread samples, even when tested by international standards, are usually just compressed slightly, and even deeper compression doesn't actually break the structure. That's why traditional tests often don't reflect real chewing or pick up on subtle changes in elasticity, making it hard to connect lab results with actual taste. To make up for this, our study focuses on the internal cell structure of the bread, analyzing size, shape, ratio, distribution, elongation, roughness, uniformity, and contrast. Using image processing and visual analysis, with light and color differences, we dive into cross-section data to zoom in on signals that relate to mouthfeel. To better understand how cell structure ties into texture, we built a baking test platform combining a texture analyzer and a cell imaging system. This lets us run controlled studies across different products and production methods. Early results show there's definitely a strong connection between the bread's texture and its internal cell structure. Especially for springiness, which is hard to measure with traditional tools, the elongation ratio of the cells seems to be a reliable predictor, helping us better connect sensory experience with measurable differences. The C-cell analyzer really stands out as a powerful tool. It fills in the gaps where traditional texture testing struggles, like analyzing elasticity and fluffiness, and gives us a more scientific and concrete way to improve and control the quality and consistency of baked goods.